Alright, I'm Nick. These are my hands. I'm going to give you a little first person point of view. Unload the kayak, put it on the wheels, take it out there. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions of on the water in the 2022 Hobie Compass. Like we talked about in the video yesterday. Hobie calls it a fishing kayak. The only thing really geared towards fishing about it is these two flush mount rod holders. But we'll talk about that after we get it unloaded and get on the water. I think we've got everything. Just strapped around the seat for this drive. Might not be the best solution, but it worked. Told you guys I like these molded in handles. I'll show you why. Let's just pull this out of here. Kind of on a hill. So that's what I talked about. I guess we're kind of sitting on the rudder now, right? You guys can see that? You see how it's sitting on the rudder? I'm not a big fan of the rudder being there for those reasons, but I wanted you guys to see it. Now, at 80 some pounds, she's not very heavy, so we can just pick her up one-handed. The rudder's getting bent all kinds of crazy. Set her on the ground. The rudder's not damaged, but you guys can see how far it sticks out there. Just not a big fan of that. What if I did bend it? I might have bent it. We'll see. But that's why I'm not a big fan of being in that location. We'll just flip this up. Drop my water. That's what happens when you don't have the H crate in and you're just using the kayak for the first time. Nothing is really where you want it. But you guys should see that. That's why crates are important. I put the life jacket on just to stay safe. And off we go. Obviously the kayak is light, so super easy to move around. Now, we're just gonna slide these water bottles here real quick, and then we're just gonna flip it over, pull the pedals out, pull the wheels out, drop the pedals, put these back in the truck real quick, and off we'll go. All right, we'll just set these pedals. We'll put these on 5. It's probably where I need them. We'll grab the paddle. That's how I like to break the kayak in, right? It's gonna get scratched, might as well get it over with. I do not like the fact that that rudder's back there on the ground, but what can we do about it? All right. We made it out. We'll put the paddle back under the bungee. Get those locked in place. Obviously you gotta drop the rudder, you just pull in, rudder's deployed, and then you can pedal. And we're off. Well, a kayak will never be as fast as it is the first day you pedal it, right? There's nothing on the kayak. The kayak's in its lightest possible configuration. Not to mention the bottom of the kayak is like perfectly smooth and it glides amazing. Obviously it's maneuverable. This is an open body of water, so it's kind of hard to see. Doesn't turn as good as the Lynx. Probably doesn't turn as good as the Outback, honestly. That rudder is pretty small. You guys already saw it's flimsy. It's easy to bend. They have to save money somewhere. It just happens to be where they do it. And we're about 2.5 feet of water, if you guys can see the bottom, maybe 3, getting a little bit deeper. And go up to this buoy so you guys can see how good it turns. And it doesn't turn bad by any means. Super easy to pedal. Seat does seem a little low compared to what I'm used to. Alright, so we'll just go around this. It doesn't turn bad by any means. You can hear water running across that rudder back there. It's not a terrible turn. It's not the best in the world, but it's not terrible. Nice morning to come pedal a kayak, though, that's for sure. Brought the fishing pole so we catch a little fish here. In the next video, we'll do some fishing from it. Initial thoughts? I mean, it's stable. The seat is really low, so standing up will be a challenge. But we shouldn't have any issues. No, it's not as stable as the Outback. If you're not comfortable in a kayak or don't have much experience, standing is probably not the best idea. But in my opinion, I spent a lot of time in a kayak. Obviously, it's plenty stable. It is quite a ways up there. You're sitting pretty low. But overall, pedals well. I see it as more of a recreational kayak, and I'll touch more on that at a later time. A lot of companies just put rod holders in a kayak and call it a fishing kayak these days. Hobie has a giant market, especially for recreation. People who even live on bodies of water and they want something lighter, 87 pounds or so, that they can pick up, toss in the water, pedal around, take back. And generally speaking, they're not really concerned about how well a kayak turns. They just want to come out here, look at some birds, watch how beautiful the morning is, get a little exercise, and turning radius is not really that important to them because it doesn't matter when they get back, right? It doesn't turn terrible though. It doesn't turn as good as something that, like a premium kayak, or like the Lynx turns fantastic, the Outback turns fantastic. It doesn't do that. But easy to pedal, that's for sure. Those are my initial thoughts though. I don't think it's really geared towards heavy fishing. I think that there would be more to be desired, in my personal opinion. But we tried to do this video where it was first person point of view. You guys can see, you can turn around. Lots of room back there to store whatever you want. Probably more room than usual. Probably because someone's planning on putting a cooler back there, not so much an H crate. Lots of room. The flush mounts are easy to access. The seat's in a fixed position. Obviously the pedals are adjustable. Overall though, it does a good job. I think my wife will enjoy it. I know she likes the Lynx because it's lightweight. She feels comfortable in it. She feels like it's not too big or cumbersome. This kind of fits that bill, and it also goes back to being rotomolded, so it's more durable. But I'll do a more in-depth follow-up in the next, few days, week or so, after I spend some more time in it. But overall, it's a little tippy compared to most, but I think it would serve you well as just a recreational kayak we will go over some more stuff in the next few days. I'm gonna go do some fishing from it, so I catch a fish, make a video about that, and go from there. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment below or shoot me an email at nick@navarrekayakfishing.com. Thanks for watching.